guys, it's Izzy here, and today I'm going to be doing my February wrap-up, showing you all the books that I read in the month of February 2021. So if you guys would like a synopsis of these books, you need to check out my TBR video. And then if you want to know my thoughts, stay tuned for this video. So I did completely finish my TBR last month, so I got to mood read the first book of February, and I chose Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is one of my all-time favorite books, so it was so good getting to reread it. It's really rare that I reread books, so I had a good time. This time around, I actually thought all of the characters were, I don't know, I didn't like them as much, but that's the thing with this book. I don't think these characters are necessarily likable, and I did annotate it, but that's so real with rock bands. Motley Crue is an example. The music can be great. There's some, I mean, we're not gonna get into that, but the music can be great, but all the members themselves are chaotic, and just all the people around them are chaotic. And that's really how this is. But Billy was my favorite the first time I read this book, but my favorite to read from this time around was Daisy Jones herself. I don't necessarily like Daisy, but I enjoyed reading her chapters. It's like with A Song of Ice and Fire. I don't like Cersei, but I love reading her point of view chapters, so that was how it was with this book. And then I still don't like Camilla. Y'all can come for me. I'm just not a fan of Camilla. I think, no, I'm not gonna say that. I just don't think she's a good, she may be a good person. I don't think she's a nice person, but are any of these characters nice people? Probably not. But it was really fun. The first time I read this, I did the audiobook, but this time I just read it, just read it physically. I do think it's great both ways. But I think if you're a first-time reader, go in with the audiobook, because you may get some of the band members confused and all that, but I enjoyed this. Can they go on a reunion tour? Can that happen? Who knows? So the next book is a contemporary book. It's a YA contemporary, and that is Have a Little Faith in Me by Sonja Hartle. I did not have my expectations high going into this book. I didn't really think I would like it because it's contemporary. Contemporary is not really my thing. And then it was YA, not really my thing, with hints of romance. Not really my thing. But I did really like this. But I think the main reason I liked this was because it was so relatable to my high school experience of being in a really religious circle, but not being extremely religious yourself. I do believe there is a God and all of that. But being in the Bible Belt, some people are just hardcore. And I felt like, I don't know where this book takes place, but our main character, she doesn't believe in God or anything like that, which again, I believe in God, because I feel like all the Christian people on my Facebook who are watching this, I don't think I'm saying I don't. I do. But she doesn't, but she's going into a situation pretending to. So I can kind of relate to that, pretending to be that extremely religious when you're not. Again, I'm not extremely religious, but I do believe there is a God. So there is that whole thing. I do identify as a Christian, for people wondering. But there was all that. So I just found like these characters were very relatable. They did get annoying at times, but you have to remember they're like 16 years old. And I think both guys in this were really manipulative. But again, they're like 16 and the girl doesn't know any better. So she goes after these guys. And again, I probably would do the same thing at like 16, but this book was really relatable, and that's what I liked about it. Our next book got a 2-star, and that is The Life of General Francis Marion, a celebrated partisan officer in the Revolutionary War against the British and Tories in South Carolina and Georgia. So by General Peter, I think was his name, Ory, and Parson M.O. Weems, who I don't know when that Parson person comes in. So basically, I thought this book was going to be about the life of Francis Marion, all about Francis Marion. No, this is basically about serving under Francis Marion and what that was like. So this is basically Peter Ory's like life story without going into his dirty little secrets, I guess. So this book, the title is misleading. And then another thing, Peter Ory was a peer to Francis Marion. So we kind of have to be like, this is kind of biased, as this is coming from somebody who knew the man himself. And I think at that level, he may have idolized Francis Marion's son, which would make sense. He is who this guy is fighting under. So I just think we need to take a lot of this not 100% fact, because this is by somebody who knew the person and was a friend of the person. So this isn't coming from like research. So just be careful going into this. And then the last book is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah. I'm totally messing up both their names. I'm so sorry. So this is a graphic novel I read in one day and I'm so proud of myself. But after I got in a slump, I took all of last week off reading, but we'll get to that in a minute. So again, this book is relatable for the teenagers. I did see a lot of, they are very angsty, and this story is a story we've all heard before of not knowing what to choose in life. So it's common. This is just an average read, but I mean, I did have a good time reading it. It was very cute. I like the art style and all of that. So I don't really have anything bad to say about it. So what am I reading right now? Because I do have 2 more books that I need to finish this month. I have The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, and that's what I'm reading right now. And Ruth Ware is my favorite thriller author, so if you guys need thriller suggestions, definitely just go check out any of her books. So this book has started out kind of slow, but now I'm 52% of the way in. I am starting to make theories. The chapter I'm about to read at 6, oh, it's a long chapter, it's almost 20 pages. Do not do that. Any kind of genre, do not have chapters longer than 12 pages at most, or I will hate it. There's a good chance I will take a star off for it. I'm kind of joking, but kind of not at the same time. But I am enjoying it so far. It's like an English manor setting, which I really like those settings. And yeah, I like the character. I think it's going fairly realistic. But at the same time, that's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it. I'm just shocked nobody recognizes her. But then I have a book to read after that, and that will be Bless Your Heart Tramp, which is a nonfiction that I will be reading at the end of this week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you want to be one of the first to know when I upload a video on this channel. But I will see you guys on Tuesday at 9 p.m. with another video. Bye!